Foreclosure starts are up 702% from December to January with 32,900 loans. What does this mean for the housing market and for reverse mortgage lenders? Buckle in and find out. Welcome back to the Industry Leader Update. We are living in a time where economic fundamentals have fallen by the wayside as the housing hysteria has fueled record gains, irrational gains, you might say, in housing prices. While homeowners may be relishing their newfound housing wealth, they should be mindful that none of their equity is actually real. That is, until it's separated from their home, either through refinancing or doing a cash out or selling the home. In fact, that housing wealth can disappear quickly. Perhaps older homeowners may want to reconsider taking out a reverse mortgage today after they see these unsettling statistics. Now, first is a very, very important metric. That is the home to price income ratio. Historically, a home in the U.S. would cost about 5 times a household's yearly annual income. Now, in the years leading up to the housing bubble and economic crash of 2008, the median income ratio to home value, it surged from 4 times a household's annual income to a factor of 7. Now let's look at today. Similar to the run-up of the 2008 housing crash, median home prices are equal to 7 times a household's annual income. Now this ratio, keep in mind, is heavily influenced by low interest rates. Lower rates increase the affordability and the purchasing power so a buyer can purchase a more expensive home. The second factor that should cause concern are foreclosure starts. Black Knight reports a 702% increase in foreclosure starts from December to January with 32,900 loans referred for a foreclosure. Now, while a 7-fold increase is unsettling, the number of foreclosure starts is not particularly novel, as 42,800 loans were referred for foreclosure in January 2020, just before the pandemic. The good news is there are 9% fewer borrowers who are seriously delinquent on their loans, but the bad news is we still have a backlog of post-forbearance loans that are still behind or delinquent, and over 379,000 loans that have exited mitigation but are seriously delinquent. Now, should a glut of foreclosures come onto the market, they're likely to arrive in small bunches, not all at once. And that means local values are likely not to take an immediate hit until foreclosures start to represent the typical housing or real estate market in a given area. Not all agree that a housing crash is likely. One is Federal Reserve Governor Christopher Waller. My short answer is that unlike the housing bubble and crash of the mid-2000s, the recent increase seems to be sustained by the substantive supply and demand issues, not by excessive leverage, looser underwriting standards, or financial speculation. Now keep in mind, the Federal Reserve told us just months ago that inflation was merely transitory. Remember that? And they were also caught flat-footed in the months that led up to the 2008 housing crash. And speaking of failing to read the tea leaves, the nation's largest real estate research agencies, Housing Looks, they diverge significantly. Zillow projects annual home price growth will surge to 22% by this May and will average 17% by January 2023. CoreLogic is much more subdued, and they're projecting home prices to only rise 3.5% between January 2022 and January 2023. One question is, what's going to happen when housing buyers suddenly disappear? If institutional buyers are holding on to significant inventory and then begin dumping homes, then we'll see prices fall. How far? No one knows. In the end, the present housing crisis we face is one of supply and affordability, each which stand to prop up older homeowners' present values for the time being. Until we see a great reset in housing market or a flood of foreclosures, accumulated housing wealth, it actually remains one of the most underutilized and appreciated means of helping a retiree simultaneously soften the blow of inflation while at the same time improving their cash flow. The question is, How effectively will originators shift from refinances to first-time reverse mortgage borrowers before interest rate hikes diminish the benefit? Now, what are your thoughts? You can leave your comments in the comment section below. And also be sure to share this week's post on your LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter profiles. If you have not done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, HECM World, and also hit the notification bell. That way you never miss an upcoming episode. Each and every week, you can actually catch your reverse mortgage news on the go. Just simply listen to our weekly podcast, HECM World Weekly. Apple users can also subscribe and listen on iTunes. That's it for us. Until next week, happy originating.